Welcome back to another episode of this Derail Valley Overhauled streamed. You're hanging here today with Nico Fox, and certainly if you are joining for the first time or watching a replay for the first time, I encourage you to go ahead and in the series. They are found in a playlist on my channel and linked in the upper right hand corner of the replay. Let's see who we've got in the chat here today. Welcome, Foxy. Hello. And Jadenth. Hi to you too. When is 6:30 PDT, your Central Time? Central Time, it'll be 2 hours ahead of us, so that's 8:30 for you. Let's see, you also say, I play DV. I am in the same DV Discord server as you. Yeah, hey. Glad to have you aboard here on this stream today. And so new in this stream is I've added a couple mods to the game, and one of those being the skin manager. And so I thought since this month is June and Katie Cat made a super awesome looking skin, that I would go ahead and use it. So we'll be using the Pride skin today for the DE6 and the steam locomotive as well, if we see any of those. So happy Pride Month, y'all. And Jaden, you say today you are running Amtrak. Ah, that's pretty cool. What phase of Amtrak are you running? I'm kind of impartial to, I think it's phase 3 was kind of the livery that they were using when I was growing up. But I think phase 5 looks pretty cool too. I think it's phase 5 or maybe it's phase 6, whatever the latest one is. I think they actually did a pretty good job designing that. I'll definitely be using some more skins as the time goes on, but I thought I'd start with this one for now. Let's see, last episode we took a load of coal and 3 loads of ore from the northeastern part of the map and brought them down to the steel mill. And did some interesting shunting to put those in place. And did a bit of damage too, which I'll have to deal with eventually. I actually may have to deal with that before I can take any of these. But yeah, definitely looking around here, seeing what there is to take. Seeing some things I might actually like to take. Because I wouldn't mind heading up to Machine Factory and picking up the, what do you call it? The remote control that's over in the shop there. So certainly these 3 jobs right here look pretty nice. So I could take both of these up to Machine Factory and also drop this off at the city in the southwest as we pass on by. Jaden, you say phase 3. Yeah, phase 3 has the white and blue stripe. Yes. Oh yeah, I saw the Amtrak livery that Katie Cat made for the steam locomotive. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so let's actually I should have grabbed those job booklets so I know what I'm looking at here. Alright, rails usually go to the harbor, so it's probably going to be this load here for one of them. Let's see, 10, no, actually not. We're looking for 52 and 10, and then also 26, is that it? Yeah. So this long string of flat cars is headed off to the city. And no, what are the cars I'm looking for? We're looking for some plates. And also... right, kind of a mixed load. So we're looking for plates, but it's not those. Perhaps they are somewhere over here, but no. Oh, they were hiding right over here behind the ore cars that we brought in last time. So, okay, this is one of the loads. 52 and 10. Is this not the one? Oh, this is the one. How did I get confused? It looked like this was not it down here. Huh. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Okay, and actually we'll be headed that way with them, so you don't have to worry about turning the locomotive around. We're already facing the right way. Right, let's do this startup sequence here. Alas, I am also worried that my controller's batteries may run out before long. I just got a notification about that, so I do apologize if I will have to interrupt the stream to take care of that, but hopefully they'll hold out and last for the duration. Of course, I had a similar issue last time and told myself that I should be charging these things between every stream, and here I am not doing that, of course, but what you gonna do? Alright, we got some brake pressure here, probably enough to get underway. I'm actually gonna hop into the settings here for a moment, and it's already at 20. But I think I'm gonna adjust that down a little bit more. I'm worried it may be a little bit too loud, and we'll see how this level is. That certainly looks a little bit better. I'm kind of peeking out the VR headset where my nose is, and taking a look at the audio levels. But I may wind up turning that back up because it's pretty quiet now. And I think the fans on my GPU are actually overwhelming the game sound right now. So I'll probably have to revisit that. All right. So, I think we're going to take the plates first, and we'll put the other load behind it. So we're looking at 400 for that, 200 for that, yeah. And then we'll have those empty flats at the back. Oh, that is, I've got my up from down confused here apparently. Actually, that audio is a little bit too quiet for me, so I'm gonna go and turn it back up. I will go ahead and remind folks that I'm running a fundraiser for the benefit of Advancement Project. You can certainly find more details down in the description of this video. And there is both a raffle that you can enter there to win a copy of Derail Valley, either for yourself or a friend. And there's also, now I've added a poll, so you can vote on what you would like to see me buy next in the game. And I have, I think my controllers have died here. Yeah, they're not really responding. Give me a moment here to take care of that. Okay, well that should be better now. And looks like we have reached the first set of cars here. We'll go ahead and couple this up. Hey there, Lotzer. Glad you could join us today. Hello! I'm using some mods today, so you can see that I've got the skin manager mod loaded up here. Just got a couple skins going right now. Just the pride skins that Katie Cat made, and gotta say, I mean, it's mostly the default skin, but it looks pretty nice in my opinion. And just doing a little something to spice things up, and for Pride Month, and I'm also running that persistent jobs skin that you saw me making at one point. Oh, and I think I didn't catch up with you on that bit of information about the shunting jobs. So it turns out that my theory was incorrect, and so you cannot just simply turn in the job while it's still on the loading track. And I certainly learned a lot more about how the jobs are actually made in the game. Part of that being the fact that they are composed of multiple tasks. And so the freight and logistic jobs are actually pretty simple. They're just a single transport task. But the shunting jobs are actually comprised of a transport task to move the cars to the loading siding, then a quote-unquote warehouse task to load the rail cars with the cargo, and then another transport task to move them to the track where you're supposed to. And so until you... The way that transport tasks are validated, they just check to see if you have moved the train to its destination siding. And so that's why you're able to move the wagons to the loading track before starting the job, because they don't check to see if you start the job while still on the origin track. Ooh, things went a little sideways there. Oh, and Latter, did you happen to see the I Like Trans shirt that I pinged you for? I thought that was pretty cool. I actually saw it because Pepper Coyote had retweeted it, and I thought that was pretty funny. I certainly hope I did not strike those too hard, although that was pretty rough. Coupling there. Fingers crossed. Yes, all right. Okay, so we've got one more set of cars here to the back of the train, and then we can be on our way. Latte, you say you've seen that shirt. Sorry, your answers will be delayed because you just came back from work and you're getting ready to grab a quick shower, so you're mostly just listening to sound. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty funny shirt, and certainly fitting for the month of June and everything that's been going on, like those very kind of monumentous wins that folks in the Senate, or not Senate, but rather Supreme Court, gave really for human rights in general a couple days ago. Yeah, definitely overshot that there. Should most likely have stopped a bit earlier, but well. And these are those empty cars that are headed to the city. So we will line up the tracks to go and grab them. Now I'll go ahead and close this one as well. And certainly we will see the usefulness of that persistent jobs mod right here, as we are very far away from the steel mill station, and if I'm not mistaken, we will see that these jobs will still be there when we get back. They'll still be valid. Latter, so from what I caught, you analyze construction of the tasks, and now you seem to understand how that stuff works. So can you eventually try and introduce checks to tasks so cards need to be present at their correct siding? For the start of the tasks, that is a good question. I think this hill is potentially... Man, I don't know what is up with my VR setup today, but it seems to be tilting the world around me randomly. So I definitely understand how the tasks are assembled into jobs. I think what's still escaping me a little bit right now is how exactly the checks work for beginning, well, not for beginning, but rather for ending the job. That is something I'll have to take some more time to understand. And I definitely, I think that if I do, create a mod that has that feature, where it will ensure that the train is on the departure track before allowing you to begin the job. I certainly think that I would rather have that as a separate mod, so that folks can choose whether or not they want to change that game mechanic, independently of whether or not they want to have jobs be preserved when walking away from stations. But alright, so everything is set up here and ready to go. I'll just skip on down to the station office and go ahead and begin these. Denied. Oh, yep. I guess I've got some debt to deal with. Okay. Certainly some large fees here. But I guess I've got the money to pay them. Looks like I only have to pay 58,000 and then all of them will clear. I think that's my understanding. So I think we may actually be able to get some service out of this. No, it's definitely... Well, let's see what happens. Copay paid. Interesting, okay. Yeah, so there's certainly still some aspects of the insurance system that I don't understand. But, and in fact, I would even go so far as to say don't make a whole heck of a lot of sense. Perhaps I should investigate a insurance overhaul mod at some point. Make it work a little bit more like real insurance does. Okay, well, and since I've serviced this, it appears to have turned off the locomotive. That's alright, we'll just get it up and running again here real quick and be on our way. All right. So let's take a look at this logistical haul job here. It's headed to A3S, which, if you'll remember from last time, was the service track there in City Southwest. Jaden, get a chair and sit down. Yeah, I certainly could do that. Although, since I've been staying home a lot lately, I've been doing a lot of sitting, and I do enjoy any opportunity that I can get to stand. Even if that involves doing some squats, getting some exercise in. As I was, when I was testing my latest updates to the persistent job mod that I still haven't released yet, but I'm getting there soon. But when I was testing them yesterday, I was playing around with the free camera that is available in the mouse and keyboard mode of the game, and that was pretty fun. And certainly gave me some food for thought for the possible like drone, remote control drone asset that I'd like to make that would basically act as a free camera, but that you could control even in VR. That, of course, is going to be a lot more work than something like the unencrypted save mod or the persistent jobs mod. But I'm looking forward to learning a lot more and hopefully being able to achieve that. I think all these switches are set, so not too much to worry about here. Although certainly I could take a peek at the station office and see if there's any interesting jobs to be had. Looks like most of it is going to the harbor. Oh, we've got a machine factory job. Oh, but it requires shunting. Yeah, I'm not about that right now. Actually, probably need to start slowing things down here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I will need to switch one of these tracks up here. I believe the last time we departed City Southwest, we came out of the eastbound siding here. And yes, right up ahead. So not this first one that heads into the passenger yard, but this next one is where we came out last time. But instead, we'll want to run just past it here. And once we get the tail end of the train past the switch, we're going to want to bring it to a halt. I wonder if these flat cars are short enough for me to jump onto instead of teleport. I think I'm gonna find out. No, apparently not. They are... Oh, they are. They are short enough for that. Have to make sure you don't get mixed up and accidentally crouch instead. Okay, and then we're headed into the right here. It's not necessary, but we'll throw that one too. And let's take a look here. Yeah, that's all set up and headed into the service track. So we'll meet back up with the locomotive. And throw it in reverse and start moving this train into that siding. We're fighting the brakes a little bit, but not too much to be worried about it, I think. Now there is no jumping on top of these steel plates. They are too tall. But I probably can... if I make the jump, I can probably, yeah, sneak around the sides of these other loads. No. Not quite on that one. Oh no, how did I forget this track? Ugh, that's a bummer. Alright, we need... Let's go forward a little bit now. Probably about 1 car's length. Should probably be right about there. Oh. Nope. I need another car length and a quarter, about. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the day of that cooperative play, if it ever happens. Have somebody at the back, you know, saying, hey, you need to come a little further and all that. Hey there, Andrew. Welcome to the stream. See you're a little late. You didn't miss too much. Just hauling some empty cars here to City Southwest, and gonna be hauling some steel up to the machine factory. Had a switch set the wrong way though, so just dealing with that right now. Also using mods for the first time on the stream. So one of those is the skin manager. As you can see, the lovely Pride theme skin that Katie Cat made. So I'm rocking that on the DE6 right now. And then there's also the persistent jobs mod that I've been writing basically since the weekend, but I'm running that one as well, which just keeps the train cars in place as you move away from the station, and means that there's no worry about pulling too far away and having the job that you're trying to shunt reset on you and suddenly not be available anymore. And Andrew, you say, good to know you didn't miss much and you like the skin. Yeah. Definitely looking forward to using some other ones too, but I thought this would be a good one to start with. Seeing as it is Pride Month this June, as it is every June. Now, I do wonder... Oh, you can walk on the buffers. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it looks like if I hug close enough to steel, I can actually get past it on these cars. I think it's pretty great. You can walk on the buffers. I'm apparently not that good at it though. And in hindsight, I probably could have set this up a little bit better and done like a hump style shunt where I just pushed the rear cars away and let them roll. Although definitely good that I did not choose to do that, since that switch was set incorrectly at first. And definitely sorry for any visual inconsistencies you may see on the stream. Something appears to be not quite right with my VR system today. Not sure what's up with that. That is, whew. Oh boy. Certainly a tight corner that these things go through here. Yeah, I literally have no idea what is going on with my VR tracking. Andrew, you say, do I have a skin for each engine or just the DE6? Currently, I just have the Pride skins for the DE6 and the steam locomotive. I've certainly downloaded some other ones, but those are the only two that I have installed yet. So we'll definitely see some more skins in the future. And it looks like I'm not going to have quite enough inertia to make it in here. So I need to give it just a little bit more of a push. I think it loses a lot of go here on this corner, as it is so sharp. Alright, we'll also go ahead here and turn in this job. Alright, and a handsome little time bonus for that too. And away we go. Andrew, you say, can I vote for the PRR skins for the next skin that I use? Certainly. not look at any of the jobs that were there at City Southwest to see if any were headed to Machine Factory, but oh well. I'll have to remember next time. And while we're coasting along here, I should take a look at where these other two jobs are headed. C3I and C4I. Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, those are the ones nearest the station office. Indeed they are. And 3I and 4I are right next to each other. I believe the way that freight halls are meant to work, neither of these sidings will be occupied. And so I think I'm going to deliver the one at the back first. In fact, it looks like we're holding a pretty constant speed here. So I should even be able to hop on back here and go ahead and get this prepared to uncouple. In fact, I'll go ahead and do just that. for that one to move on to its track. We'll turn this one in. Just a little bit short of that time bonus. Alas. And while we're at it here, I will, let's see, I gotta be on this side of the railing, just kind of feel around for it here. Oh, I can actually peek underneath the railing. That's cool. Come on. Well, it appears I cannot really get it from that end. Right, that doesn't do anything. Ah well, at this point, I'm pretty much all the way in here anyway. Oh well. Definitely need to remember to set that up before I get the trains moving. Oh, I have no idea what's going on with tracking today. Okay. There is another one done. Which of course gives us some options in terms of what we can do here. Mostly that's a pretty good paying logistical haul there. Where is it headed? Oil Well North. It's not bad. I could take some food factory jobs as well. That's headed to goods factory in town, which is not much farther, although it requires some shunting work first. That's headed to Iron Ore Mine East. Not quite so interested in that one. Certainly wonder where some of these will go. These may or may not generate logistic hauls once I shunt them. But I think that actually might be what I do. I think I'll get these ready for next time. But for the stream today, I'll go ahead and shunt these. Ooh, 2 drop-offs and 3 drop-offs. Yikes. Well, you got the time. Wonder if I can take them both at the same time. It'd be interesting to try. Which, of course, this is kind of silly, in my opinion, because here I have just dropped off both of these trains, and now I'm going to be moving them. Actually, you know what? I don't know if they'll all fit. Depends on how long this one is. Well, it might. Certainly the loading track is longer, it seems, than the inbound tracks here. At least by a little bit. Well, it's worth a shot, and especially since I can do those movements before taking the jobs, so if it turns out that it's not going to work, then I can just change my plan at that time. Yeah, like I said, one of the good things about the machine factory is that the shop here sells the remote control. And as I mentioned a little earlier on the stream, one of the things that I added to the fundraising drive that I'm doing for the benefit of Advancement Project is if you throw a little bit of cash that way, I think the minimum is probably like $1 or something like that. But if you throw a little bit of cash that way, you can use it to vote for what in-game item I should buy next, whether that be the remote control or the golden shovel, or perhaps one of the military licenses, or a higher hazmat license. And there's one other thing I'm forgetting. Oh yes, the key to Bob's Garage. So there's a link to that donation page down in the description, and of course all of the money goes directly to the Advancement Project. I don't see a single penny, and it's all going to a very good cause, which is in very great need right now in this country, the United States of America. Because, yeah, you know, things are not the best here right now. We've got cops killing people in the streets, as they've been doing for the last 100 or so years, but just definitely getting more media attention for it now. Certainly good that we're hearing about it and folks are taking an interest, but certainly bad that it's still happening. Of course, the Advancement Project is focused on specifically BIPOC communities, biracial, indigenous, and people of color, and the communities that they are a part of. And since they're the ones who are most adversely affected by things that are going on right now, certainly they are the ones in most need. Excuse you. Yeah, you can certainly make your voice heard in that poll. And you gave me the good idea, Lieutenant Andrew, that I can make a poll for skins as well, and get that running, and have something that folks can, like a little silly incentive to perhaps help encourage folks to donate a little bit. And these rolled probably too far away. Oh, come on. I could have sworn that I had gotten all of the pressure out of these, but I guess that was not the case. And I'll just leave it open, since I'll just be connecting it up anyway. Oh yes, here it is. Oh, there we go. Forgot I left that one open. But now it is open. And we'll wait for a little bit more brake pressure, and then we will get moving. we've got pressure in the brakes. So it is time to move these cars to the loading siding. And we'll give the brakes a little bit of time here to pressurize. Alright, I certainly think that looks like it's come far enough. Okay, let's commence these jobs. Go ahead and do the other one first. All right. let's take a look at where these are headed. These have 3 drop-offs, if I'm not mistaken. So we got B6, C2, and B1. Let's see in what order they are. We've got 9, 19, it looks like. Headed to B1. So that means this one's probably headed to C2S. Alright. And as for the other job, it has 2 drop-offs, which are going to be B1S and B6S. 97 is the one we're looking for there. This should be one of them. 97 is at the end, so B1S is this one, and where's this one headed? Let's find out. 910 B6S. Ah, that is a little bit unfortunate. No, actually that is, oh no. 6S. Oh, that should work. I think 97 is headed to 6S, and so is 910. Yes, alright. So luckily we have ones sitting next to each other that are headed to the same place. This train should certainly be a little bit more responsive now that it is unloaded. Let me take a look here because, yeah, there's definitely not enough space on this side of this particular track to fit this last rail car, so I won't be able to do that as a kind of like a shove and shunt. I'm certainly hoping that I'm not braking too early here. It's hard to tell exactly where the end is, but I believe I'm past that track where I need to be. Yes. Right, so the end car is headed on in here. Come on, inside the cab. There we go. And this one I'll do as just a standard shunt. And why is that? Well, it's because I'm going to have to push the rest of these cars in a little bit to make some extra room. Hello. That was certainly interesting. Well, you know what? I will just give it a little push. Just a little bit of something at least. Because certainly don't want it to be getting in the way. Alright, we'll close this up and unlock it there. And just to check to make sure, see job 91, And the one headed to C2 is 653. Okay, so it looks like next we'll be looking at this one headed to B1S 919. That is rolling for some reason. But we will be moving this train shortly anyhow. And lots here you say, safety number 101, stand between wagons while train is pulling in. It's certainly a little bit dangerous, but it's also certainly something that I have seen videos of happening in real life. I think we've gone far enough. It's like just really hard to tell. And a good thing I checked, because we have not gone far enough. And I see there's some more messages here that I will have to catch up on in a moment. So I currently need to stop this train. Alright, let's see here. Later, you said you just started to actually watch. A nice skin. Yes. Yeah, I certainly like it. And Lieutenant Andrew, is that part of the game with the update? Just pulling the cars? Or is that something modded in? I'm not sure what you're referring to there. Perhaps you mean by the perhaps you mean the coupler. You know what? Oh man, I did not flip the switch, did I? It looked like it pulled the cars to you. Yeah, that's something that is new as of the update. They added in like a coupler slack simulation. That was definitely more advanced than what they had before. And more advanced even than the mod, because there used to be a mod that made the length between the cars when they were coupled shorter, but it still didn't really simulate the buffers and all that. And the compression of the buffers like that. So yeah, that is certainly new as of the update. Alright, let's give this a nice push here. Now that this time I have switched the track, although I didn't switch this one. I'm wondering if I maybe should have given it a slightly stronger kick. But we're looking at 188 here and 910, and then I believe also 97. Yes, 97 is headed to B6, as are the other two. So this will be where we make the cut. Oh no, it's still moving. I think though this may be a rough spot here. but let's see what happens. Yep, that's oof. One, two, three, four. Down. Oh, don't tell me these ones are gonna stall out too. Yeah, well, it did a little bit of damage. That was I guess a rough bump there. Oh well. Yeah, Andrew, yeah, I certainly was not using the force. I'm actually kind of surprised that these are not rolling as well as I... Oh, that also probably was rough. Oh man. Well, maybe not. Yeah, but these certainly are not rolling as well as I would have expected them to, all told. Oh, and there is actually a car on the siding. Another wagon. But I think it's actually in a pretty good spot. And these are the only 3 going on here, so just keep going. Then I will take the rest of these into that last track. And as it gets moving, I will go turn that first job in, I believe. I can do that now. Is it this one? No. I think it's this one, yes. Haha. Cool. Dropping my money on the ground. Oh, that's coming really fast. Definitely is a startling sight to walk back out of a building and see the train hurtling through the yard much faster than you expected. I imagine that must have been what the operator of Crazy Eights was thinking when he turned around and saw that the train he thought he had put in dynamic braking was actually in full throttle and headed out of the yard. There definitely seems to be a lot of jostling that's going on with these cars, and they definitely seems to be killing their momentum. Whoa. Hello. Certainly should have coupled those up when I had the chance. Oh, did I? No, that is definitely not throttled up. I wonder if this this yard has a little bit of a hill to it. I'm actually gonna leave a little bit of throttle on, I think. Just to get the ball moving a little faster here. Lieutenant Andrew, you say, yeah, I saw a video about that. That must have been terrifying. Yeah, for sure. I actually coincidentally just watched a video about it recently too. I think it was like Quixley or something like that was the channel. Pretty cool that folks are out there making all sorts of interesting videos. Alright, let's get this turned in. Alright, time bonus for this one as well. Okay, so we do actually have some good new hulls here as well. Some that I will definitely be looking forward to taking on the next stream. Looks like I'll probably be taking all of these. So we'll have certainly four jobs headed to food factory in town, and then a fifth one to Oil Well North. Check my finds. Some jobs are still active. What? What jobs are active? For the insurance to clear off. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what that's all about. What is this? This one says pending. Oh, interesting. It did not. Oh. Wait, what? Why do I have this? Oh. No. Okay, that's weird. So I think this was because last time on the stream I didn't have my persistent jobs mod installed, so I took a job from Steel Mill to expand the radius at which jobs would despawn, and for some reason, even though I tossed it in the dumpster, it looks like it did not get rid of it. Okay, good. It is gone now. Some jobs are still active. Okay. So that's, yeah, it's super weird. I don't know why that's happening. Yeah, no, Latur, that 37,000 is not from today. That is from the last stream. You'll see that these are some ore cars here. And we didn't have any of those today. So that's all from the last stream. I definitely plowed into things. I had a track switch the wrong way. But yeah, certainly I thought that would have cleared with the insurance. This job is still active. What? Where is the booklet then? It's not like over here or something, is it? Wait a minute, no. That's train basics. And if I push that button, it should like come to me. Yeah, that is super weird. I don't know what's going on with that. But I suppose that explains what this icon is for, and that is a indication that the job is still active. So I was wondering about that last time. But oh, insurance cleared all the fees. You may now buy a new license. What? Oh, okay. Sure, I guess we'll never know how badly I damaged those other cars. That was weird. And it looks like it also refueled my locomotive. And certainly it did. Yeah, that is super confusing. I'm not really sure I understand why that happened. Yeah. If you have to pay so much, you should try to make some explosions. Yeah, well, I guess no more explosions, no opportunity for those explosions right now. Yeah, that just kind of makes me want to work on that insurance mod even more now. But we'll do that. I'll think more on that on another time. But yeah, since it's kind of cleared everything for me now, I think this is where I'm going to call it. Ooh, there's some tanks over here. Although I still cannot get inside. Yeah. But, so yeah, thanks for joining me today. And if you have any preference on the items or licenses I pick up next, go ahead and click that link down in the description and toss a donation towards the advancement project. And let me know what you'd like to see. Or if you're watching this and you either don't yet have Derail Valley, or you know a friend who would love to play but doesn't own the game yet, certainly there is the option to join that raffle as well, for just $5. But yeah, thanks for joining me today, and I will see you next time here in the valley.